Hi everyone, welcome to the Matrix Oracle. My name is Audrey. I am your host for this Astro forecast, June 20th, 21st, 2023. And so we're going to be ready for the summer solstice, and for some of you it's winter. So what we have today, I'm going to be looking at my favorite way to look at astrology, which is my way. And maybe some of you resonate with this. It's kind of understanding what the physical matrix or what is the cosmic dance triggering in the emotional field. And oh boy, we have a lot that is going on. And the way you're going to look at this is in blue, this is the physical matrix, and in red, this is the emotional tie. So how everything is, I said 21st, but okay. So June 21st, June 20th, right now, we're going to see the comparison between the physical and the emotional. Good morning, everyone. So what we see here first, we see that this cluster of energy, I've been talking about it yesterday. We have a lot of triggers as far as understanding our own love language. That means understanding how we go about expressing our love, how we go about demonstrating our love, how do we feel loved or not loved. And we have the moon that's keeping company to kind of like trigger some of the remembrance of what may have caused us to act a certain way, to relate to situation a certain way. So I've seen this in myself, and some of you will relate to that. It's like when you're so used to attract the same type, for example, let's talk about love, okay? The same type of relationship, okay? And you've done and started some healing work on yourself, and all of a sudden you attract someone that feels different, but ultimately it's almost like it becomes more comfortable, thank you so much, more comfortable to attract the same old karmic pattern than to finally attract something that is in alignment with our healing. So maybe someone that's more open to spirituality, more open to do some inner work, healing work, that is might be supportive of what you're doing for yourself. So there's a lot of triggers that can occur when you're doing this healing work on yourself. You might start attracting new people, but because they are a different vibration, which is a reflection of your new vibration, you might get to freak out a little bit, okay? So some of you just realize this and kind of take the same steps that you took for your self-healing and what you're doing for yourself. Yes, a lot of triggers, you guys. So just be patient with yourself, because the people that are in the vibration of giving you some space for healing, for, looking crazy and making no sense, they are on that same vibration. The ones that don't belong in your life, they'll just run. So let them run. Okay, so that's something that I want to kind of throw out there, because some of you have been coming to me with some, kind of questions. Am I attracting the same patterns? Am I making the same mistakes? Just trust more of the healing process, because you cannot isolate yourself and expect that you're not going to be out there in the world. And the transition sometimes can be a little scary. You're doing all this work and you've got your shit all together and you're like, I got this. And then you meet people and you're like, I don't know if I can do this, okay? And this is just because you are in a new vibrational field. So you have to trust. So this energy is interesting because it's triggering your intuition and trusting your intuition in order to manifest a new type of personality, energy field. And you see, emotionally, it's in the spiritual house. So it's going to attract people that are more aligned with your spiritual self. And obviously we have multiple layers of body. So you're working on that physical layer, on that emotional layer, on those mental layers. So it's showing that there's a vibrational attraction that is being worked on at a spiritual soul level. And we want that, okay? So we want that. We have here this consciousness. I put the Atlantic Atlantis asteroid. Okay, so right now the sun is still in alignment with this asteroid, and this is providing us a new grid of consciousness. So whether you realize it or not, collectively you are and we are being granted new type of information to manifest this new earth, this new 5D consciousness and things like that. Now we do have, in opposition to it, we have the galactic center that is in opposition to the sun and Atlantis asteroid, but in the emotion we have Pluto retrograde. And this is where the teachings of Pluto, as far as what makes you feel empowered, what makes you feel powerful, and what doesn't, is very important at this time, because this is the new grid. This is about proper, fair, mindful, balanced energy redistribution. Just like, imagine like what we're trying to solve as far as like cars, okay? So energy, how do we run on energy? You also are a vehicle. You are a vehicle for energy. So some of you, you know, I've been opening up this healing energy circle. I even released yesterday some mantras as far as like a healing frequency for you to release some of the psychic debris. And what I mean by psychic debris is especially between empath and narcissistic personalities, and ultimately it's more the reaction to pain. Okay, so some people, when they are caught in their pain, their fears, they go more into their mind, and some people, they go more into their heart. Okay, some people that go into their heart, they want to avoid this to repeat, and especially on others because they felt it so intensely. People that use too much of their mind, they're trying to prevent those type of injuries, no matter what the cost. Okay, so we're trying, thank you so much. So we're trying to do this, and this is something I posted on YouTube. So some of you, if you want some support with the healing right now, this is about literally recognizing some of those patterns and experiences that have left some type of, like, imagine like little floaters, like debris in your aura. And instead of staying stuck with this energy and those wounds and those fears and those discomfort, anger, all those energies, we're literally shifting this into available energy. So this is alchemy, and this is what you can do for yourself, is whatever you have absorbed, okay, or you know that someone just transferred on you and you accept it, you can now literally activate it and make it as a source of power for yourself, because it taught you. This energy teaches you, and ultimately love, yes, is the highest energy. So there's a lot that's going on as far as healing, and some of you, if you feel called to join the circle, you can go in my bio link. This is a place where I share my meditative practices, and it can be useful to some of you if you're still stuck in not knowing how to meditate, what to meditate on, or just watching someone meditate can help you get there. Believe me, I remember when I got the first guidance of meditation, that was in 2011, literally manifested more accidents. And I remember was like sitting on the ground, lotus position, and I was like having a fist with God or with a higher power. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck you think it's? I'm sorry, I'm cursing. But this was my reaction. I was very upset that I was just almost like stopped by life and just kind of like told just to sit the F down and to take a breather and to meditate. And I was like, ain't gonna work. So it took me a while, you guys, to be where I am. Okay, but some of us, we go through those hurdles and we go through all those, like struggles for a reason. So we can also remember. So I can relate to some of you that are like, just saying like, how can I get there? And it's more about having just the slow awareness of it and letting yourself be guided to it. Okay, I have a lot of people also that start telling me, I seem to just meditate when things are really going wrong, and I need to stop doing this because it's almost like you wait until 911 And I'm really trying to help you not to get to the crisis energy. A lot of people that come to me, it's like 911 situation. And a lot of you, once you do that and you start understanding what's going on, you start learning also how to prevent those moments and trusting your intuition so you don't get to that 911 case, okay? And believe it, again, I don't judge at all. I was the type of person, I would just hit the wall, and be like, why am I not getting through? Because I was trying to get through with my mind. I had shut down all my empathic abilities. I still had, unfortunately at the time, I was telling myself, my clairaudience and my clairvoyance, and it was like, no, I was just fighting the gift. So some of you have access to a lot of your wisdom, psychic abilities that is coming back, okay? It's coming back, and some of you, this is going to feel uncomfortable because it's trying to come through layers of bodies that sometimes have some energy blocks. Now, we do have here the culprit of the uncomfortable, okay? This is Chiron, so your deepest wound. Okay, I love how this Chiron looks like a reverse key, and I'm like, yeah, this is an important placement wherever you have it in your natal chart, okay? So here right now, collectively, it's about feeling empowered. So some of you, this is kind of like resonating with the master teaching of Pluto, and it's being enhanced by Uranus in the emotions that speaks of change. So that means your wound right now is going to be like, change, 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 or keep the chains. I hope my accent is not too strong so you can get that. Okay, so this is like creating a desire, a need, well, a desire not consciously, or some of you maybe, but it is going to be triggered. So if you're feeling that this is like trigger city right now, it's because there are many different pathways of energies that are trying to release the blockages. Yeah, some of you are seeing a lot of synchronicities. Yes, I am live. So what we have here is creating a lot of inner turmoil, okay? So that's not comfortable. Now, we have, so what I like to do is like, I like to follow the lines of energy. And you see here, there's a grand trine between that Uranus and Chiron going to the Mars. This Mars placement is about your intuition. So you want to know what's going on, sit the F down and listen to your intuition. And some of you, your intuition feels like a big, distant foreign language, okay? So this is where I've tried, some of you go into my playlist that's called like Frequency Healing, where I have right now 3 major shifts to help you with your aura, clear and strengthen, help with the subconscious, so you can freaking have access to a little bit more of direct communication with your subconscious self. And also now the empath, we're removing debris. So we're removing a lot of things right now, okay? So this is what we have in terms of energies. Now remember here, we do have a lot of healing that's happening. This is the descendant. Descendant, this is going to be one-on-one communication. So right now, a lot of people can be triggered because emotionally, remember, some of you are like, am I attracting the same karmic relationship? Now, this placement is indeed going to ask of you to pay attention, but it is, to me, really revealing that you might be attracting new type of relationship, and they might feel like fearful. You might feel triggered in your fear because you're attracting something that you've wanted. But when you get it, you're like, I don't know if I can handle this. I can handle narcissistic personalities. I can handle being walked all over me. I know this. I've done this for many years, so I can handle it. Being treated like a king, queen, I don't know. Being like respected and being told like, yeah, sure, you can take your time. and wonder like, do they like me? Do they not like me? I don't get it. I'm like not. So all this kind of like inner turmoil as far as, and I say this is relationship, and we have here a lot of like, you know, be confident in your intuition and who you're attracting. Because remember, we have a lot of endings, and that means some of you, when you're ending, you're also beginning. So that transition might feel a little bit, hard. I love how some of you relate to this, and yeah, definitely not trying to call you out, but this is in the works. So some of you, if you relate to that, remember this is a cosmic dance. This is for everyone, and we have different characters and roles in this cosmic dance. Now, there's something here that I forgot to mention as far as 11th house, which is very much about the way you kind of put knowledge together. Yes, this is about networking. This is about your entourage, but I like to apply it physically. How do you put stuff together? So here, Uranus is asking you, definitely is in the placement of last degrees of Taurus that speaks of contemplation, introspection. Take your time to ponder on things for yourself, okay? So you really feel confident. Okay, some of you, you're just like feeling the pressure to make decisions, to take certain steps. I know that sometimes I feel this, and I want to give you a little bit of a hint. If you have to make certain decisions according to, like that involves other people, sometimes you will pick up on their vibrational reaction to, maybe you want to say to your boss, you gotta quit. Okay, maybe you want to say to some clients, well, I can't take you, or we can continue anymore some sessions. You have to tell a person you're in a relationship with, a friend, that you need a little bit of a time off, okay, that you don't feel comfortable. Realize that when you're seeing yourself making those decisions, making those moves, you can also pick up empathetically and vibrationally, psychically on their reaction. I do it all the time. And sometimes I get mother confused. Okay, I'm like, well, so yesterday I had that happen to me. I was like, I received a text and I texted back, and all of a sudden I was like, and I had to meditate. And then I woke up this morning and everything was clear. My dreams kind of revealed to me a lot of things. And then I was like, that was not even mine. That was not even mine. I was like, okay, I feel better. I mean, I still have to have those discussions and make some, steps towards, whatever is happening in life. So some of you realize this. We are so telepathically and intuitively connected, especially if you're invested in relationship. If you care, you're going to feel it. Some of you, if you are parents, especially the mothers out there, the way you're connected to your kids and how you can feel them, that's an example of how you're supposed to be, and you are connected energetically to everyone. And some of you, you might be fighting this so strongly that it's overloading also you. Okay, so that means, you might be carrying a lot of like resistance to feel what's going on, and it contracts your body, contracts everything, okay? So that's what I have for June 20th and 21st, 2023. This is solstice energy. Emotionally, there's a lot that we're understanding, and we're being called to step into a level and version of ourselves that's much more connected to feeling empowered, feeling that we have a good handle on our intuition, and we're removing a lot of things from the past and turning the scars into stars. All right? So I will see you guys again. If you want to join the healing circle that I'm opening, if you need support for meditation, you don't know where to start, this is a good place. And just watching and feeling that you're in a safe place, or some of you don't know anyone that's spiritual and it just feels a little bit odd. Okay, I've been there, and this is why I'm opening up my temple, my door, so you guys can join me and feel a little bit more normal. All right, love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.